Around the world, cyber citadels are crumbling. Ukraine, Romania, Poland, Kuwait, South Korea. Hackers are being rounded up. But there's one place where hackers are not being arrested.
Cash-rich, fast cars, behaving and acting like very flamboyant and extravagant millionaires.
I'm on the trail of the most wanted suspected hackers in the world. The US alleged the gang are hacking money from private bank accounts and launching ransomware attacks which have cost more than $100 million. Здравствуйте, hello. I'm looking for Maksim Yakubets.
Вы сегодня объявили его преступником. На каком основании? Где доказательства его преступления? Их нет.
More Russians have been sanctioned and indicted for hacking than any other country. Most of these men are said to have links to or work directly for the intelligence services.
But there are some who are accused of being flat-out cyber criminals, and instead of hiding here, they're living large, extravagant lifestyles. We're here to try and find them and talk to them. And we want to know whether this increasing Western tactic of naming and shaming hackers is having an impact.
Good morning. We're here today to identify and announce charges against a Russian national whom the Department of Justice alleges is responsible for two of the worst computer hacking and bank fraud schemes of the past decade. Yakubets is a true 21st century criminal who, with the stroke of a key and the click of a mouse, committed cyber crimes across the globe.
With a $5 million bounty for his arrest, Maksim Yakubets is the most wanted alleged hacker in the world. US and UK authorities say his hacker gang, Evil Corps, have stolen or extorted more than $100 million from victims around the world.
Evil Corps.
Who has this Mercedes?
Andrei Zakharov is BBC Russia's cyber reporter. He's been working with me for months to try and trace these alleged hackers.
What have you learned about Yakubets?
Well, we have two addresses, not owned by him, but he was registered in one of this apartment. We know where he officially worked for some time. It is his mother's company. He has very good cars also, and no business.
He doesn't have any registered businesses?
Yeah.
Right, okay. I wanted to show you something I found. This is his wedding video. They got married at a golf course.
So this was here. So all of that there. The golf course where the wedding took place is about 2 hours drive outside of Moscow. Staff were happy to show us around, but didn't want to go into specifics about Yakubets' big day.
300 гектар земли у нас, 150 гектар занимают гольф-поля. Номер для молодоженов, номер Грот Вилла Ричард, скажем, нашей фишкой, нашим каким-то эксклюзивным номером.
Wow. So this is where the newlyweds sit,
Yeah.
have some champagne.
Yes. Это, конечно, есть определенный ценник, да, ниже которого мы не можем упасть, есть определенные там рамки, но, в общем-то, это, скажем, доступно для тех, кто действительно хочет сыграть шикарную, красивую свадьбу.
This wedding is probably the most famous wedding in the history of cybersecurity. People have pored over that video since it was posted online. A lot of people, including the newspapers, said that wedding probably cost about $250,000. But I've just discovered it could have cost at least $500,000, and that's just to have it here.
We don't know how the wedding was paid for, but if the money did come from Yakubets, it gives us an insight into how some of his alleged stolen riches are being spent here in Russia. With emails and phone calls unanswered, it was time to try the Moscow addresses he's registered to.
Ah, here it is.
There we go.
Здравствуйте. Hello. Is Maksim Yakubets there?
No.
As soon as I said
Okay.
Maksim Yakubets, she hung up.
I think good.
All right. Здравствуйте, hello. I'm looking for Maksim Yakubets. I'm from the BBC.
Но нет здесь Максима Якубца вообще. Здесь его нет, наверное, лет 15.
А как с ним можно связаться? Мы не можем никак с ним связаться.
Сейчас, секундочку.
Вы сегодня объявили его преступником. На каком основании? Где доказательства его преступления? Их нет.
Maxim's father tells us that the $5 million US reward for his son's arrest has led them to live in fear of attack from criminals looking to cash in.
How do you think your son has become so rich?
А кто сказал, что он богат?
Lamborghini.
Как все это берется в аренду? Ну, во-первых, мы уже...
How did he afford the $600,000 wedding?
В клубе.
Сколько? Документ!
Okay.
Документ посмотреть!
I haven't got the
Это
document.
на период преувеличено.
So you're telling me that your son is not a criminal and he's not rich?
Он он выше среднего, потому что он зарабатывает денег. У меня есть работа. Мы можем себе что-то позволить. А когда вы говорите Lamborghini, пожалуйста, предоставьте документ, где написано, что он принадлежит Якубец Максиму.
What is his line of work?
А кем
What
работает
does he
ваш сын
do?
тогда? Чем он занимается? Что у него?
А зачем это я вам буду рассказывать, чтобы вы говорили, и дальше его еще и по другой профессии
What's the
преследовать?
use of telling it? Because if you
Есть моя частная жизнь.
Is that Maxim?
Ну, мама.
You seem very upset by the US and the UK's accusations.
Меня огорчает, потому что я считал Америку большой страной. Она превратилась в очень плохую страну. Страна, которая не отвечает за свои действия и за свои слова. И не ищет истину, а ищет виноватых в том или ином деянии. Крайнего.
We asked if we could speak to Maxim, but his father claims he doesn't have any contact with him.
К сожалению.
Спасибо большое вам.
Спасибо.
До свидания. How was that?
Wow.
The US and UK claim to have strong enough evidence to convict Yakubets.
Maksim Yakubets and Igor Turashev have spent the last decade infecting computers worldwide with the Bugatti.
The 2019 announcement named other Russian men allegedly from Evil Corps. As well as confining them to Russian territories, these cyber sanctions mean they're banned from doing business with Western firms and have any Western assets frozen. The US has sanctioned dozens of Russians. Nearly all are accused of working directly for the Kremlin. And it's not just the US. Last year, the European Union started to issue its first cyber sanctions. Once again, it's mostly Russians. The Kremlin calls the allegations a diabolical cocktail and rich fantasy. For everyday Russians, the sanctions are so regular now that they're largely ignored.
The highly anticipated summit between US President Joe Biden and his Russian counterpart Vladimir Putin is getting underway in Geneva.
Cybercrime was a major talking point at Biden and Putin's Geneva summit.
Responsible countries need to take action against criminals who conduct ransomware activities on their territory.
The talks have yet to bear significant fruit.
It's actually usual practice in Russia. It's more valuable for the FSB to enlist hackers in Russia than to put them in jail. One of my sources, ex-FSB officer, told me that he personally tried to enlist Yakubets and his guys from Evil Corp to do some work for him.
The lifestyle of Yakubets' alleged right-hand man is another telling sign that Russia is unwilling to act on US accusations.
Igor Turashev is a close associate of Yakubets and serves as the system administrator, has oversight over...
We found businesses run by Turashev in a prestigious building in Moscow's financial district.
So this is where 3 businesses are registered.
The building receptionist said there were no active internal lines for the offices, so she found a mobile number for Turashev's company. After a long wait, someone picked up.
Hello, I'm looking to find Igor Turashev.
А вы откуда?
Мы журналисты BBC.
Что у вас журналистская?
Ну, мы хотели поговорить с Игорем Олеговичем.
So that was interesting. That was actually someone who works with Turashev.
Yeah.
I find it amazing that he is here. And this is where lots of legitimate businesses are.
They have offices here, but they have very good cars, good life in Moscow. Yeah, they're not hiding at all.
And it's not just individuals who are being accused of hacking for the Russian state. Entire institutions and even private companies have been sanctioned too.
Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I like your view.
Denis Baranov is the new CEO of Positive Technologies.
Is this a punch bag, Denis?
Yes.
On the day of the sanctions, did you come and punch this?
No, I didn't, because it's not my way.
Denis says he was just as shocked as the rest of the cybersecurity world when President Biden accused his well-respected company of hacking for Russia in April.
The wording of the accusation is that Positive Technologies has worked to support the Russian intelligence services' efforts to carry out malicious cyber activities against the US. What do you say to that accusation? Is that something that you have done?
С учетом того, что мы вендор, мы одинаково относимся вообще ко всем нашим покупателям. То есть коммерческие компании покупают наши средства защиты, Министерство обороны покупает наши средства защиты. Вот что важно заметить, все программы и продукты, которые мы производим, не могут использоваться как средство двойного назначения. Наши продукты разработаны исключительно как средство защиты или как средство аудита.
Игра началась.
The Biden administration has also criticised the company's annual hacking conference, where hackers are invited to attack a mock city. The US claims that the event is being used as a recruitment tool for the Russian intelligence services.
Anatoly Kovalev, Pavel Yershov, Dmitry Badin, Dmitry Dokuchayev, all these people came along to your Positive Hack Days, and the accusation is they were here to recruit the next crop of Russian hackers to the military. Is that true?
Positive Hack Days — это крупнейшая международная конференция по информационной безопасности, которая проводится в России, и кто угодно может купить билет, как на любую открытую конференцию. But buy a ticket, please. Buy a ticket and come here.
Before I left Russia, Andrei and I wanted to try one last address, an apartment in a luxury part of town.
That's strange.
A neighbour recognised Turashev's picture, but clearly, if he was there, he wasn't interested in talking.
I think we've got as close to these people as we're going to get. They know we're here. They know we want to talk, but they don't want to talk. And I did want to speak to them. I wanted to find out their side of the story. And it's been a strange process. It's been almost uncomfortable and intrusive. We've been going to their houses, to their businesses. But I have to remind myself that this is what they've been doing, allegedly, for years. They've been breaking into the private networks and computers of companies and individuals, and that's how they've allegedly made their fortunes.